prophet, a king, given a kingdom no one will ever have again. He raised his sword between two mothers and revealed the truth without shedding a drop of blood. He controlled the jinn, spoke to ants, and flew on the wind. One bird disappeared and returned with a queen, a throne, and a kingdom lost in sun worship. This is not a tale of magic. This is the story of Suleyman, alayhi as-salam. If you're ready for the journey, subscribe to Qasas Religious Stories. Now, let's begin. Suleyman alayhi as-salam was the son of Dawood alayhi as-salam. Both were prophets, both were kings, and both were chosen by Allah. But even as a young boy, Suleyman's wisdom stood out. One day, two women came before his father with a dispute. Each one claimed to be the mother of the same child. A wolf had taken the baby of one of them, and now both claimed the one child that remained. Dawood alayhi as-salam judged in favor of the elder woman. Suleyman alayhi as-salam asked if he could rejudge the matter. His father agreed. Suleyman said, "Bring me the child." When the child was brought, he drew his sword and said, "I will cut the child in two, half for each." The elder woman stayed silent, but the younger one, the real mother, cried out,
"Please, give him to her. Take him away from me, just don't hurt him."
Suleyman turned to her and said, "You are the true mother. You could not bear to see your child harmed." And the child was returned to her. After the death of his father, Suleyman, alayhi as-salam, became king. But this was not just any kingdom. This was a kingdom gifted by Allah. Suleyman had once made a dua, "My Lord, grant me a kingdom like no one will have after me." And Allah accepted that prayer. He gave Suleyman power over the jinn, over animals, over the birds in the sky. He gave him control over the wind. He gave him the language of creatures. If Suleyman wanted to travel the distance of a month, the wind could carry him there in a single minute. One day, Suleyman, alayhi as-salam, was marching with his army. It was a mighty sight, ranks of men, ranks of jinn, and flocks of birds above. As they approached a valley, Suleyman heard something, a voice, small and fast. It was an ant. The ant was warning its people, "Go into your homes, or you will be crushed by Suleyman and his army while they do not even know." Suleyman stopped. He smiled. He raised his hands and thanked Allah for giving him this mercy and for making him grateful to his Lord. Then he turned the army. Not a single ant was harmed. One day, Suleyman inspected the birds, and he noticed the hoopoe, the hudhud, was missing. He said, "Why do I not see the hudhud? He is absent without reason. I will punish him unless he brings me a clear excuse." This same bird also found underground water for Suleyman, so the jinn could dig it out and bring it forth. Soon, the bird returned. It said, "I have come to you with news you do not know. I went to the land of Saba. I saw a woman ruling over them, a queen. She has every kind of wealth. She sits on a throne like no other. But she and her people, they worship the sun instead of Allah." Suleyman, alayhi as-salam, was surprised. He sent a letter with the bird. In that letter he wrote, "Do not be arrogant. Come to me as Muslims, in submission." The bird flew and dropped the letter before Queen Bilqis. Then it sat quietly, watching. Queen Bilqis read the letter. She gathered her advisors and read it aloud. They said, "We are strong, we can fight, but the decision is yours." Bilqis said, "When kings enter a land, they ruin it. They turn the honorable into the humiliated. I will not fight. First I will send him gifts and see what kind of man he is." When the gifts reached Suleyman, alayhi as-salam, he was not pleased. He said, "Do you offer me wealth? What Allah has given me is better than anything you bring. Return to her and tell her, If she does not come to me in submission, I will come to her with an army she cannot face." The messenger returned, terrified, and described what he had seen. A kingdom where even the jinn and animals worked under Suleyman. Bilqis decided she would go to him herself. Before she arrived, Suleyman, alayhi salam, turned to those around him and asked, "Who will bring me her throne before she arrives?" One mighty jinn stood up and said, "I will bring it to you before you rise from your seat." Another servant, one with knowledge from the book, said, "I will bring it to you in the blink of an eye." And the throne appeared before him. When Bilqis came, she saw her throne, but something about it was changed. Suleyman asked, "Is this your throne?" She said, "It looks like it." Then she was invited into the palace. When she entered, she saw a glass floor. Underneath was flowing water. She lifted her garment, thinking it was a river. Suleyman told her, "It is glass." And at that moment, Bilqis understood. She said, "My lord, I have wronged myself. I submit with Suleyman to Allah, the Lord of all worlds." The jinn worked under Suleyman, alayhi salam, building structures of greatness. Among them was the rebuilding of Masjid al-Aqsa. It was originally built by Yaqub, alayhi salam, but later destroyed by the tyrant Bukht al-Nasr. Suleyman ordered it rebuilt. The jinn carved stone, raised walls, and shaped the structure. It became one of the most sacred places in the world. The wind helped carry heavy materials. Animals served. Jinn obeyed. The house of Allah was raised again. Though Suleyman, alayhi salam, had control over wind and jinn and beasts, he was still human. And death comes to every human. Allah wanted the people to learn a lesson through his death. At that time, people believed the jinn knew the unseen, so Allah planned otherwise. Suleyman, alayhi salam, was sitting on his throne, leaning on his staff, watching the jinn as they worked on Bayt al-Maqdis. While sitting there, Allah took his soul. He remained in that seated position. His body did not fall. His eyes stayed open. The jinn continued working for a long time, thinking their king was alive and watching them. But Allah had sent a small termite. The termite slowly chewed into the bottom of the staff, little by little. Then one day, the staff broke. Suleyman's body fell, and the jinn knew. They had been working all this time for a man who had already passed away. They realized they do not know the unseen. Only Allah knows. Suleyman asked Allah, and Allah gave him a kingdom no one else will ever have. So ask your Lord. He is the same Allah. He hears, He gives. And just like Suleyman, no matter how high we rise, we all return to Him. Because only Allah knows. Only Allah remains. Like and subscribe to Qasas Religious Stories and pass this on to someone who needs to remember.